This is my first journal entry. The day is the 11th of January, 2025. It's 5:55 a.m. I'm currently listening to Benett's Solstice while writing this. Note: they are someone's memories, boy. What difference does it make if it's me or not? Today I was thinking a lot about the world, how it's changed, and how it's changed me. 10 years ago was 2015. I was 15 and I was in bed around this time in Lucknow. Things were so different that it feels like another world entirely. My board exams would be coming up in some time, and I had only been making music for about 3 years at this point. I was enamored. I never thought I'd reach where I am today. It wasn't even in the plan, actually. Like, the plan was to just go to college or something, but the more I kept thinking about what the future might look like, the less I liked thinking about 9 to 5 naukri pura bakchodi karna. You know, it doesn't sit right with me to think this is the only time I'll be able to do stuff that I really like. I used to play CS a lot with my friends back then. It was a clear detriment to my self-confidence, but that is how I also learned how to make friends again. My friends till that point were 10-15 people total, and many of them I wouldn't even consider my friends now because of the way they behaved. But that's too much detail. It was a different world then, and it's a different world now. I find it interesting that life has put me in a time where I get to be a part of new things. It's rather amusing. Oh my god! It's rather amusing to me whenever people say they wish they'd have been born sooner. Because if they were, they'd probably be of the opinion that they wish they'd be born later instead. मतलब पहले पैदा होने में हमेशा ही लगता है कि बाद में काश में और लेट पैदा होता, काश में स्पेस एज में पैदा होता, stuff like that. Think about it for a second. Within our lifetime, my lifetime, I've seen the internet literally birth a new era of humans. People who have so much knowledge at their disposal that it hurts to even keep up. I try my best, honestly, I do. But it takes up so much time for me that it eats into my talking with friends or working time, and it's just regular old keeping up. I love it so much though. Something that I tell people often is how connected I feel to the effects of today's world and the world in general. When the 2008 market crash hit America, I lost my home. It's actually pretty crazy to me. मैं इंडिया में हूँ, इधर क्यों मेरा घर जा रहा है, and I'm like, and then I watch a movie like The Big Short, and it's like, oh, so that's why I lost my house. Because these dumbass corporations just wanted to sell more debt to people without even checking if people could afford that debt. Lamau. Lamau की बोलता हूँ मैं, but ठीक है. Another big thing that happened around the late 2000s was the onset of future bass and dubstep and all these things, I literally remember a classmate of mine in 8th grade, Naman tha naam uska shayad, showing me some weird, pretty bad, not gonna lie, dubstep that they'd been listening to. It was this completely alien thing to me. I knew of Skrillex and I had heard Bangarang and stuff like that before, but damn, that would probably be the time I'd say I really started to see it take a hold on the world around me. And by 2015, I was super into it too. It had grown on me, weirdly enough. And my friend Brendan, shout out Overdrive, also made it. Really cool guy, by the way. I think having Brendan really showed me what the creative process looked like. Let me start that sentence again. I think having a friend like Brendan really showed me what the creative process looked like and made it cool for me. It's crazy how that worked. For real, Also, Skrillex is apparently very into Daft Punk, and I love Daft Punk, so Skrilly Boy can be that bad. Can't be that bad. Anyway, I think I got off track. But the point being, seeing music changing all around me because of some 20-somethings making wubby beats really shifted my perspective on just how malleable this world is. Speaking of making change with music, I feel really grateful these days whenever I hear people sampling music I've worked on, or even just engaging with it, sending me DMs talking about how much they enjoyed it and stuff. Like आज भी मेरे को आया था दिन में. I personally still think I can do a lot better than I already have. Small plug for my album that's gonna come out real soon. But it really does motivate me towards this idea even more. I come from a pretty poor family. Because of the market collapsing, my dad went into a bunch of debt, and let's just say it was a lot of debt. So it made us pretty crippled financially. 2015, I remember we were living in a 2 BHK. One was my brother's room, where I'd spend a majority of my time, and the other was my mother's, where I'd go to sleep, because it was the only queen size bed. I remember we had these fancy wooden beds and tea tables that were made from inverted tea trees, and this dope sofa that we'd ruined over the years. All remnants from a time when life was more affluent, I guess, reminding us daily of just how bad we'd messed up. It was super fun though. It was fucking fun. Kept me waiting to escape. Kept me wanting to escape. Fuck. Waiting to escape. And that, in my opinion, is a good feeling to have when you're young. Striving for change can drive you to do great things. For me, it meant finding ways to earn early, taking skills seriously as a 14 to 15-year-old can really change how you work with people and under or above people in teams. I think it also makes you more empathetic towards people, like your neighborhood sweeper guy who's up at 6 a.m. grinding away at the Sisyphean task of street cleaning. Clean it every day, and then life always finds a way to fuck up the roads even more. I think of cleaners as a lot of people. Oh my god! I think of cleaners a lot as people I look up to for this reason. It makes music look like such a piece of cake. Like I'm at 3 listeners right now, but this dude is cleaning the streets every day for like 15k a month or something, and he doesn't like it, of course. I'm not saying he does, but he doesn't have any qualms about doing it earnestly. Maybe he does, and maybe I'm being too much of a wide-eyed dumbass about it. But regardless, I really look up to them. I've idolized them in my mind, and I don't want it any other way. Because of this thought, I've always wanted to keep getting better, keep getting more information, keep getting even more driven into what I do. Even if it's just music, I want to make sure that whoever listens to it knows more about me as a result, and through it become even more enthused in their own life. Like, at the end of the day, like, I make music because of the way it makes me feel, and I want other people to feel like that as well. Tangent. Me and my friends are thinking about getting a 3 BHK, and I really want to make my own furniture, like wood furniture, because of that sofa thing I told you about. It seems more homely. I don't know how to say it. Like, to quote what a friend of mine said earlier today, it seems more homely. And I want to make it because why wouldn't it be fun? It's fun to create things, and plus it's cheaper to DIY too. A lot of people often criticize me on this though, like कि Aryan तो ऐसा बोलता है बड़ा लेकिन करता ही नहीं है, and I just want to have a big fuck you to them ready to go at all times in my house, because भोसड़ी अगर मैंने 14 साल से म्यूज़िक बनाया है तो मैं क्लियरली चीज़ें कर लेता हूँ. तुम बस मुझे irrelevant चीज़ों पे क्रिटिक कर रहे हो. Like bro, as much as I don't want to say it, किसी को घंटा फर्क नहीं पड़ रहा है अगर मैं अपने वार्डरोब में सब ऑर्डरली रख रहा हूँ कि नहीं. Not to say I don't want to keep it orderly, but it's simply the fact that I've never carved out time for it. It's just, it takes 20 minutes, and an orderly wardrobe has never been at the top of my priority list. Rant over. Back to topic though. I still can't believe I was born in the age of computers. And the age where AI was first made, it seems so far-fetched, and yet it's happening. We made the sand think, and it's only getting better. And I'm not a supporter of AI at all for creative work, but I do think that neural networks are some of the coolest fucking tech that's ever happened. It's like pure math magic. And the stuff it can do now, it blows my mind. Like, on the same thing, someone asked me recently, do you feel afraid that AI will take your job? And I have only one reply. AI couldn't replace me because it's just not as weird as I am. I am not someone who happens to make it. It's pretty rare for someone like me to make it this far. You know, like, nahi hota hai. So many things had to go right and so much had to go wrong for me to be me right now. And everything I do is affected by that. So yeah, AI couldn't replace me because I'm literally the definition of inadequacy and imperfection. But yeah, I think in the end, my memories are my own, and that's what made me who I am today. And if the world was even slightly different, I wouldn't be here. That's about all I have to say today. Thanks for listening. This is Aryan. Bye. Also, first time recording my own journal entry. I'm sorry for all the clearly reading off the journal from a teleprompter thing, because this is my first time doing it. I thought this was the best way to do it. I don't know any other way of doing this. Yeah. I hope this gave you some insight into what I was thinking about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I hope you guys have good conversations. I'll see you next time.